Saints. Two teams here fresh off Week 1 victories. Who can keep it going as we're underway on EA Sports?
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9.
Joe Tryon-Shoyinka showcasing the pass rush.
Didn't have the greatest field position to start, did they? And now after this sack, it's way, way worse.
And right off the bat, first play of the game. Back to throw. But it's caught on the right side at Smith. That'll give him 8 that time, and that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9.
This defense for the Buccaneers, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them, in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Here's Johnson with a reception. And marking down way up close to the 40 at the 39. Give him 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
A nice throw right there. And Charles, this is game number 2 in the NFL for this young rookie. This guy's getting the victory last week, and he played pretty well by most accounts. Curious, what did you see?
I saw something similar to what you described, Brandon, because I saw a guy who looked the part, a guy who was in command. Not just with the touchdown passes, but definitely looked to be in control of the offense as well. And you and I both know that's often uncommon for a rookie quarterback.
2nd and 6. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. They'll set up a throw. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked up by Levante David.
And the Bucs are going to take possession of the football.
That's kind of a double whammy. I mean, the interception on the opening drive, that's one thing. But to give him this field position, that's another.
Absolutely perfect start for this defense. They take the ball away on the opening possession. They know that their offense will get the ball to start the second half. They line them up in field goal position. And to me, they got a chance for a touchdown right here out of the gate.
Now the first carry for Chase Edmonds. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
After the loss to start out, here's second and 11. Here's Ryan to throw. And he's taken down here by the Saints. A sack.
Two plays so far. And a pass attempt.
How they do that. Coming up on third. So it's third and long, and defensively not a real surprise. They're in the dive. They go play action with Ryan. And that will be incomplete.
That's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing fourth down.
Fourth down, so Jake Camarda is out there.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Remember last time out they threw the interception on their first drive. Good news, their defense backed them up, so it's still 0-0 here as they begin their second possession.
Yeah, one great way to judge a defense. How do they handle what we call sudden change? When all of a sudden, it goes against their offense and have to run out on the field and try to put out the fire. Give this one great kudos for getting out there and not letting that interception lead to points. Excellent job by them defensively.
They'll look to throw here on first down.
Alvin Kamara wheeling it in on back-to-back plays. The Saints at 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1, and they were able to get that road victory in the opener. Now they look to get to 2-0 in front of the home crowd.
And look, any road win in the NFL, that's huge. But when you do it Week 1, that gets you pointed in the right direction and sends notice to the rest of the league that you mean business.
Now he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 27 yards there, a first down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
And this one complete to Smith.
And will be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
He completes it to Olave.
And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
That's a good effort there after the catch. He looked the ball in and then tried to get it to the goal line. What a nice tackle to get him down. But they're set up well now. First and goal at the 1.
They'll try to run it in, going option right. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Back at the 2 now. Here's second and goal. He'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. And he rifles one incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would downfield, but they never did.
This Tampa Bay defense, they held strong on the first 2 plays. Now 3rd and goal.
And they'll try and run the option to pick it up.
And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the Saints post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter.
It's good on the extra point. And it's now a 7-0 game. That is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes the return. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
Early on, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has a little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Only a yard in the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. They'll try to pick this up on the ground with White.
And this is going to be a Bucs first down as he's able to get this up past the 40. The Bucs and Saints expected to possibly be the 2 to slug it out for the NFC South title in 2022. The Saints have had the Bucs number pretty much since the arrival of Tom Brady, at least in the regular season. They're 4-0 against Tampa Bay the last 2 seasons in the regular season. But remember, when Tampa won the Super Bowl, they did defeat New Orleans en route to that title. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Off the play fake. Here's Ryan.
That's out to the flat for Edmonds.
And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. So the completion good for 7 there. And that'll leave him with a 3rd and 2.
And they'll use him out of the backfield and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
Third and 2. Now Ryan.
The pass is caught by Cade Otton. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2.
Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now Ryan. He finds his man. Complete. That's Palmer. This offense has converted 2 third downs on this drive already. This is 3rd and 4. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on third down. To throw is Ryan.
Otten brings it in over the middle.
And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 19. It's a gain of 19 down to the 19, and it's a first down. Edmonds running out of the shotgun, and he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. From the shotgun, Ryan. He finds his man, complete. That's Palmer.
He's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
It's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route. He ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. Ryan. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. And we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. As the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. The crowd here in the dome making things difficult. 3rd and goal. They go play action now. Ryan. And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. Cade Otten with his first career NFL touchdown.
And the Buccaneers are on the board here in the final minute of the first half.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds. So really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. They'll drop to throw. Complete. It's Johnson. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
As a coaching staff, you can call just about whatever you want because you understand you have guys who reliably take away those massive shots downfield. You're not as worried about giving up the big one.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Smith will come in motion right. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jamel Dean. And the Buccaneers will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line.
Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And with decent starting field position, there may be only a couple completions away from field goal range. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
We know he has a lot of confidence in his arm and likes to force it downfield, but the coverage was tight there. Fortunate it wasn't picked off.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Play action. It's Ryan. And the Saints pressure gets him. Run down for a sack. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. What else do you have to look out for?
And pressure coming, and they got him once again. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Final play of the half. It's Ryan. Looking downfield for Godwin. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So a touchdown apiece. That's what we have to show at halftime as they head to the locker room. 7-7 our score. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports halftime report. Take it away, Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Set and ready to go for the second half. 1 touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic. No need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Play action. Ryan. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Akeem Hicks. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback, he's now received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Here's Ryan. Under pressure, they got him again. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him.
We are seeing 2 really confident defenses. The players are getting more of these offenses in this game.
Absolutely going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can break out here.
Is there any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back
It's the backup Mayfield. He'll swing that out to Edmonds. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. A gain of 9, not enough, and it's 4th down.
Brandon, it certainly looked like they had that play defended well, but it still almost worked. Got it to the running back. He wound up getting really good yardage out of it, but it was 3rd and long, and they were able to rally and stop him before he could get to the marker.
Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Now, this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
And this drive was almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on 1st down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. And the Bucs are going to take possession of the football. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now.
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they've run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. A chance of wasting this great starting field position. A real threat. This is 3rd and long. Mayfield to throw it. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4th. And that is no good. He gave it a good run. That wasn't more than a foot or so wide to the left. And we will remain tied here in this 3rd quarter.
And anytime you see a kicker trot out to try one for 56 yards, you know everything's got to come off perfectly for it to have a chance. If the laces aren't quite right, if he doesn't hit the fat part of the ball just right, it's unlikely to go through. And that one winds up no good.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Charles, that's a pretty good response from a rookie quarterback. He's had his struggles in this game, including the interception on the last drive, but there he takes him down the field and puts it in the end zone.
Everything you just said right there, and there's a simple reminder of this is resiliency, because let's face it, things are going bad in your youngster. They often continue to go bad. But in his mind and his actions, he said, this stops right here. And how about the positive play he just turned in?
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
Exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, They've got to find some type of a play, multiple plays, that puts the ball in the air and allows for them to have some success.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a run straight ahead with Edmonds. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
Meanwhile, Mayfield's throw on target to Godwin here.
So pitch and catch good for 11. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd inches. Can't be more than a half a foot.
It appears that they read man defense and went to the outright. And what you have to do in that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
Trying to pick it up on the ground with Edmonds. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Desperation time. Mayfield on 4th down.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu.
And the Saints are going to take possession of the football.
Count them now, 6 interceptions between last week and this week. Now, the 3 picks last week helped them to a win. They're in the driver's seat once more.
And they're the ones that are doing all the leading, aren't they? Right? The 3 interceptions last week, that led to a victory. 3 interceptions so far in this game.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr.
The 20. And it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house from Buccaneer TD. McLaughlin now to add the PAT. And he missed it. No good. And they'll remain down by a point. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
Their lead is hanging by a thread after that pick 6, but look, they're still in the driver's seat. Now the question, how aggressive will they be on this drive? Time to find out.
And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down. Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the 4th quarter, picking up the 1st.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time. And that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
Escaping the pressure right. He's got a man complete.
And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10.
From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 11 more on that one, and another 1st down.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
In the red zone, precision is the watchword. If the throw's a little too early, too late, maybe off a little bit, going to be a good chance that any attempt is going to be a contested one, and that one falls incomplete.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And it's intercepted at the goal line.
Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. And the Buccaneers are right back in this football game. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions. He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. From the gun, Mayfield.
He'll get this to his running back, Edmonds. Finding space at the 40. Down the right sideline. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
That could very well be a defining play in this game. A touchdown, that gives them the lead, and they took a major step towards getting there with that big play right there.
They'll run on 1st down, Edmonds. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down the wire. Throwing on 2nd down, Mayfield. He completes this to Russell Gage.
And they're going to get this down inside the 20. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
Now a give to Edmonds. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Chase Edmonds,
his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Buccaneers have taken a 4th quarter lead.
Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. Now Mayfield. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Marcus May with a pick. He's at the 50. The 30. 20. Well, that was almost a 4-point swing. The interception, if he had returned it all the way, would have been 2 for them, but just a little bit shy.
And when it's a play like that, you're exactly right with the math. But don't you feel like it would have counted for more if they found their way all the way back to the end zone and gotten the 2? That changes the whole momentum, doesn't it?
And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And does that?
He's got a man, complete.
And he's going to get this down near the 25.
So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10.
That's Olave bringing in another one. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and we watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line. They'll look to throw. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the 1st down, and don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
Back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game.
The pass rush pressure is really starting to increase on the quarterback now. They bring him down for a sack and a big loss, and back him up further as he tries to lead a scoring drive in a one-possession game here late.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive.
Oh, he forces one there. It's a potential dagger as it's intercepted. And the Bucs have just about sewn up this football game.
Well, it certainly felt like he was going to challenge this defense no matter what, and he stepped up and tried to throw it to the outermost edge of the zone coverage, and they were more than ready for him. The problem now is if they are limited in what they're doing throwing the football, they got to figure out how to move it without being able to throw it to the outside and throw it downfield.
Well, the lead late in the 4th, but Mayfield's going to throw it. He's got a man complete. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
As our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
What a change in this ball game in the 4th quarter, Charles. They just completely took over, and not only did they get the lead, they...
You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the proof. You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the proof. You gotta choose. Yeah, I jump out the booth. Then I might hop through the roof. Count on the rings. My team is the truth, but they